Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another interesting and inspiring episode of Women's Day Facebook Live series brought to you by Women Shine. The guest for the day is Aarti Bindra. Good afternoon, Aarti.
Good afternoon. Hi, everyone.
Yeah. So Aarti is a multifaceted woman entrepreneur and manages wide range of businesses. She is Managing Director ACPL Systems, Klassify Technology, and AttackFence Techlabs. A coder by education and a cyber security specialist, having more than 2 decade entrepreneurship experience. She has been part of multiple businesses right from K-12 e-learning hub, designing apps for early learning of kids, managing the cybersecurity company ACPL Systems, and developing cybersecurity solutions, Classify and Attack Fence. She's a certified corporate director and has ensured her companies are well compliant and processes driven. She has made conscious efforts to balance male female ratio in all her ventures and created an ecosystem within her companies which is welcoming all. ACPL is also among top 25 mid-sized great place to work, top 30 tech employers, and India's top workplaces for women. She is passionate about plants and helping other women entrepreneurs to connect and grow their businesses. Her best friend is her work. She is also a chairperson of WBE Council We Connect International and state president Delhi NCR of ABWCI. Welcome, Aarti. You have so many things, you are wearing multiple hats. So, yeah, I would request Rini to take on the conversation forward.
Thank you,
Firstly,
Aparna. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
firstly, wishing you a very happy Women's Week.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone. And best wishes to everyone.
Yeah. So I would like to welcome you to Women Shine, and also with so many things done already, I think it's going to be a lovely talk about your experience, your journey for all the women and people out there. So I would like to begin. Firstly, tell me about all your ventures that Aparna ma'am just mentioned, and for how long you have been doing them.
So thank you, Rini. Thank you, Aparna, for having me. It's a long story. I started my first venture at the age of 24 when my son was born. Of course, I started my career way before that, and I think I was in a time saving zone. I think I'm always in a time saving mode, and I am always in a you know hurry to do things. So I soon after my dual graduation, I joined Delhi University, and but because I was pregnant and I could not appear for my permanent job, I had to lose my job there in Delhi University. And then when my son was born at the age of 24, during that time, I think that fear of as if you are losing something, and for me, my profession, my professional thing was my aim, was the goal. So by the time my son was 1 year old, I started my first venture, which was an e-learning institute. And then a few years later, I got the opportunity to join my husband's business, which is ACPL System, as a director. I joined him as a partner, and the journey started. And of course, because I'm so passionate about my work, and then we have launched another company, and the journey started like that. So that's it. I mean, these are maybe I'll tell you about ACPL. Is a We are cybersecurity specialists, and we cater to most of the large corporates across nation and in across Asia. We help them in helping them in setting up the cybersecurity platform. We do have offices across nation, and we have a branch office in Singapore. There is another startup of ours which is Classify. There is another one which we have just launched, which is AttackFence Techlabs. So these two are our own solutions, while in ACPL we are giving services to all the global partners, products.
That's great, and that's a variety of things that you're doing. I mean, it's great starting at such a young age and doing so much in your life. I would like to congratulate to you for this.
Thank you so much. That's encouraging.
So since you have been working, since you have been in this for many years, are there any failures that you failed? And if yes, how do you dealt with them?
So, see, when you are actually in a journey, you never realize, and you just, keep dealing with things, and because you have a goal that you have to reach somewhere. Okay, this is a milestone, that is a milestone. So just a few years back, I realized that, okay, that was a failure because I was not facing it. I failed miserably, I'll tell you about that. And then I was not, coming face to face to it. And then in one of my, interactions, it was again a interaction, some media conversation, wherein I had to, go back and think about it. So my first venture, it was running very fine, very successful business. It was an e-learning institute, which I mentioned, that my first venture. It was 15 years old, and at the same time, it was my son's class 12th. And at the same time, in ACPL, we were, moving toward greater heights. We were, acquiring other territories. My presence was required there. My presence was required for my only son. I became so emotional. So I mean, learning is that, it is very good to be emotional, and it is very good to, think from heart. But while you are in business, when you say that, okay, your business is your child, you should not, because you never sell your business. And here you have to. So I took an emotional decision, and I literally shut my business, which was a profitable venture. And I never thought about that. I would have looked for partners, I would have sold my venture. It was a very, very successful venture. So, but that was my learning, and I moved on. But that was there, in my heart, and I kept thinking, at the back of my mind, and kept thinking, why, what went wrong. I never i never realized that there was a shift in the market. So whenever you are running a business, you need to know where the market is moving and what are the future trends. If you would not scale, sustain at the right time, you have to take emotional decision, and you may lose the game altogether. So I could not see that market shift. It was a single user platform which we were, catering to, and the market was demanding multi-user environment, and I never prepared it, and my energies were required there to put in. So I could not do that. So that was my failure, and I have learned, and the same things I'm applying in my current businesses. And with God's grace, we are, really sustaining and scaling well.
That's great. And this is inspiring for everybody, because failure is not failure, it is a stepping stone to success, and there is always a lot of learning that comes with failure. So you have been in this business for more than 2 decades. So what's next? What is the thing that you're looking at, an expansion of any sort?
So see, being in cybersecurity, so we developed India's first antivirus software. So we were developers, but then the market shift demanded us to get into the services of already existence, the global products. So we started, giving services and on that to global customers. Now the demand for us is that we should expand our wings to other territories. So that's what we are doing. Another thing is, we have expertise, and we have team, and we have experience in the cybersecurity space. It is like 3 decade. ACPL is 3 decade, it's 32 years. ACPL is into cybersecurity, so we have that hold in the market, and we know the pulse of this business very well. So from that experience, we have realized that there is a gap in the market, and there are solutions which are required. So we developed our own solutions. Classify Technology is our own solution, which is for data classification, and it is a fintech solution. We are already, we have global customers. AttackFence is another one which would, again, help in, the helping the customers in managing the cyber attacks more efficiently, and keeping track of it. So these are our new things which we are planning from business point of view.
So I'm glad that you're not just looking at retirement or anything, but you're always aiming for high, aiming for something new to give to the people. That is great.
Yeah,
What
I
you
think
are today.
I'll add to the previous one, because in the last one we could not see that okay, there is a market shift. Here we have realized it right in time that there is a market shift, and the same thing we are applying it here, and that's why we are expanding into more solution development and other thing.
Yes. Because you have working minutely with people, and you're just experiencing what the change is happening. So it's great to develop, and it's great to change if you want to move pace with the current scenario. Yes. So what you are today is because of the people, because they believed in you and made you what you are today. Do you think it's time to give back to the society, give back to the people? And if yes, how do you plan to do that?
So I see there are two questions in this. I'll divide it into, first part. uh, People will never believe you unless you make them realize that your dreams are going to benefit them also. You need to make people fall in love with your passion, and that only happens when you openly discuss things. You openly make them understand that okay, this what my path is going to help the masses, and is going to help the family, help the organization. So it is very very important. Teams never become teams unless you do it first for them, and you stand by them. And and I think leadership is all about making people fall in love with your passion, not really passion, with your vision. That okay, this is the vision that here she or he is going to take us, and it is going to benefit the society. So as a woman, I would say that it was difficult initially, because I belong to a family wherein it's a very big Punjabi family, and there was, and I'm the only daughter-in-law, and there were expectations. So as a woman, there you are expected to do certain responsibilities, and then you have to slowly give first, and then people in return start giving it to you. And then I realized that for initial years I was there, I think I was there with them. And now I see that my family always stand by, my friends, my colleagues, my company guys, they always stand by me, because you cannot be everywhere. You
Right.
just cannot be everywhere. If you have to go for your child's meeting, or you have your own meetings, or if you are not feeling well, so you need to have your own replicas who can be there. And you don't need to fear about that the replica will anytime replace you. You are you, nobody can replace you. That fear we have to just forget.
Push it out.
So,
Yeah.
so the second part, how to give back to the society, that's what was
Yes.
that. So what I am now doing from past few years, because I go to different events, and I meet so many women. I see women are in different, some of them are in different stages of their entrepreneurship life cycle. Those who are into not a segment wherein organized segment, we try to help them get come to the organized segment, and make them understand that okay, if you are skilled, and if you think your product is really really good, is not really gonna make you sustain in the market. So I am giving my best in whosoever I come in contact with, tell them about, how to sustain. And another thing which I am doing, that was for the outside. Now inside my own office, I am trying to, rather we are all trying to balance the male female ratio. Now we are in a niche line wherein it is difficult to bring in, at times, people, women in cybersecurity. So to solve that, what we are doing, we are going to the tier 2 cities, and we are contacting the BTech colleges, universities, and we are welcoming female candidates to come for a free training. Rather, we pay them stipend for 6 months. We put them on live cybersecurity projects, and we train them on cybersecurity, and then we employ them automatically in our organization. So
That's
that
great.
ways I am able to balance the ratio. I am able to, I think, give back whatever ways I can. So this is one small, step we are doing, which is actually making a difference.
Huge
And
impact.
yes,
Yeah, this is great that what you're doing is basically maintaining the ratio and at the same time employment generation is the core here. So I think this
yes.
is great. So with your years of experience, would you like to tell how to sustain in the market in the longer run and how to expand your business? And also please explain this in the terms of women entrepreneur.
Yeah, this is very close to my heart. I don't know if the time would go, or I'll
No,
try
no,
to be
that,
as. So, see, being a woman, you need to have so many responsibility. So when I meet women, hesitate they hesitate expanding. Sometimes they feel that, okay, I am earning this much is good for my, I work for half a day and I am earning this much is good for my family, for my kids education, and then our half of the time I'm able to give to my kids and to my family. So they don't want to scale. They may have other fear which I don't want to. Sometimes they have a fear that, okay, if we put in more time, may it should not happen that the families or the pressure should come to them that, okay, they have to shut the business. So number one is that whenever, so those who are into the unorganized sector, I always tell them that, or from the experience, it should be like this, that, it is not enough that, that you are skilled and you have a good product. You should know who's your market, and you should know who's your customer. Then you should try finding it out whether, with your solution, with your product, or with your services, are you solving a problem? Are you solving, why, what is your unique selling proposition? Why would they come to you and not go to the somebody else? What is better you are giving to them? And then I've also seen, that, people are not that good in sales. If you are selling, you've gone for selling. Some are really good in giving the features, some are not good in closing the sales, because people are not good at coming to the money point, though women are really good from that. I have seen that women really, come to this, that they are. So negotiation skills. And then, what is the cost of the product? When we are costing, we are not really, are we taking care of the taxation? Are we taking care of the land, the laws of the land? Considering that, are we keeping some money aside into the costing thing? And then, because costing is one thing which definitely is the thing that people are not able to have the profitable ventures, because they only think it, okay, my salary, my expenditure, this, you have to have some money aside for other things also. So understand, costing is a very big, chapter. One should, quickly understand, uh, maybe from somebody who are ahead in the journey. And then, once you do know all that, you should know the what are the government schemes. There are
hmm.
schemes for unorganized sector, there are schemes for MSME. For women entrepreneurs, there are schemes, many schemes are there, to give them hand holding, to give them the market, to give them the exposure. So, and I mean, there are, I mean, I can talk endless on this thing. And those who are able to sustain, they should think of scaling their business. They should look for partners, they should look for other territories, to scale it to the next level. Don't think that it is for you. Maybe your product is so good that people want you to expand.
Yeah.
Why don't you look at it from that angle? At times we think that, oh, if I am going somewhere, what would I learn? But darling, you may be a point of learning for others. Why
Yeah.
don't you
It's
think it
always
from
who
that
you.
point of view? You have to think from that point of view also.
That's
I
right.
think I'm able to
Yeah. You were. So these ventures of you are successfully running from quite like from a very long time. So how did you manage to follow your passion and run these businesses at the same time?
Yeah, it was difficult. I mean, there are, but then my biggest passion is my work. I think I love what I am doing. So it is very, very important for anyone to, fall in love with what they do. I'm really, I think the day I don't come to office, I am not happy. If you want to see me happiest, you should come to my office. You will see that, okay, that happiness is being spread across. Not that if somebody is not doing good, I am giving them a happy face, definitely not. So but it is very, very important. But then yes, it is important to take break, to revive yourself, strengthen yourself, think new things. Because unless you take a break from the running train, you would never be able to tighten and add or do the denting penting of it. I mean, you have to have the aerial view. You need to go a little away from it and then think about it. So that's what my passion is, my love. I mean, my work. So I'm in love with my this thing. So that is it.
I think it was lovely. It was really nice talking to you with so much passion about your work, about your life, how you build all this. This was a lovely chat. I really enjoyed it, and I hope all the women out there got many key points to if they're starting something out of their own or if they are in the stage of running it. There were so many takeaways from your talk. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me, Aparna and Rini, Women Shine. Thanks.
Thank you, Aarti. It was really delightful listening to you. The passion, see, everything, whatever it's there, it reflects on your face. If you're passionate about your work, it all shows on your face. So that we can see how much you love your work. And really, it is really an inspiring session. Thank you so much for your time. I know you are very busy. The closing is there. So thank you so much for you taking out time for us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.